the 2K Sports pregame show.
A very big Game 5 is upon us here in round one of the NBA playoffs. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Joining me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Detroit Pistons at their home, the Palace of Auburn Hills. Looking at the Pistons, they were unable to grab one on the road in Game 4, but back on their home court, we'll see if what they need is a little home cooking. And Kenny, a monster elimination game tonight. If you're the underdog and fighting for your playoff lives, what do you do to turn the tide in this series?
Oh, you got to play like there's no tomorrow, Ernie. Every 50-50 ball, those are those balls.
Desperation hangs in the air. One team looking to advance to the next round. The other looking to force a Game 6. What will happen? These are the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We've got the Boston Celtics taking on the Detroit Pistons. You look at the Pistons. Right now, trailing 3-1. It's a must-win as they look to scratch their way back into the series.
Desperate with their backs against the wall. The last 4 games haven't gone to plan, but they still have a chance. A win here at home seems doable, and that would give them some life in this series.
Guys, we hear the phrase one game at a time. We say the phrase one game at a time, but that's real talk, folks. I mean, they'll overcome this mountain of a hurdle by slowing things down and not getting ahead of themselves. You only can play the game you're in. You can't play one out in the future.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. They've got Jimmy Butler. Rudy Gobert is out there with Horford. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Thomas in at the 1. That's good.
I like that. Getting their offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Yeah, high percentage shot, and the more points you can get inside, I think the better off they'll be as the game progresses.
Now here is Horford. Back to Gobert. And that one is stuffed right through.
A rim rocker.
Look for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
I tell you what, that is some grown man strength on that attack.
Here's Smooth. Here is a screen on Horford. Here's Smooth. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
And the pass to Horford. Back to Thomas. Gobert with the screen on Jackson. And Thomas, here we go. And it's sent back by Drummond. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Horford the pass to Gobert. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
Assisted by Al Horford.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Jackson against Butler. Here's Drummond. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
The Pistons shooting their first free throws of the evening. He's off on the second. The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Gobert with a screen for Thomas. This is to Butler. Back to Thomas. All sorts of time. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Stan Van Gundy.
He seemed very upbeat despite being in a do-or-die situation. He said it might not be the ideal circumstance for us, but this series is far from over. I've got every reason to believe we can win in front of our home fans and put the pressure right back on them. Guys?
Thank you, Doris.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Now, here's Thomas. Butler dishes to Gobert, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness, physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defender.
Jackson against Butler. Beyond the arc. Jackson, that's good. Jackson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside Butler. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Outside Jackson. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Jackson's got his second basket of the night.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge, Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here is Horford. The feed to Gobert. Outside Butler. 6 to shoot. To the inside. 7-foot shot. Thomas, no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's Drummond. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from DP. Thomas with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Thomas against Jackson. Thomas kicks to Horford. And that one's good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Jackson following the basket by Al Horford. Jackson passes to Drummond. Gobert with the block, and he gets it back. Pass to Smooth. Detroit needs to get off a shot here. Jackson misses. The Celtics have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Thomas, it's a wide open look. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
He's been wayward and just off on it. About everything he's put up in this period.
It's Jackson with the drive. The teardrop falls in. Jackson's got 7 points in the game. The Celtics shooting very well. 58% the offense is falling right now early for them. Gobert the screen. Outside Butler. Horford with the screen on Harris. Butler dishes to Horford. He kicks it to Gobert. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Butler against Jackson. Passes it to Smooth. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists tonight. For Boston, they've gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Gobert with a screen on Jackson. Thomas kicks to Gobert. He's looking for Horford and finds him. That's good. Horford's got 6.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Johnson, he's checked in for Detroit. Boston also with the sub. Mickey's checked in for Gobert. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Right side Jackson. Johnson the screen. Drummond with a screen on Butler. And the basket by Jackson.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Boston's gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Horford with the screen on Jackson. Outside Butler. Horford sets a screen for Butler. Floats one. No good. Now the Pistons take it the other way. They lost their last game on Tuesday.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop. A lot of open. Jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
Here's Thomas. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Back to Thomas. It's tipped. Here's Horford. 6 to shoot. That's short off the rim. The Pistons lead it. Guys, a potent offense right now.
Yeah, Kevin, really the offense is flowing quite nicely right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Now here's Thomas. After the miss from Reggie Jackson, the shot by Butler, nobody around. That's good, and it's Thomas picking up the assist.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Jackson drives in, and the basket by Harris.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range, so I'd have to agree with you, partner.
Double team on Thomas. Gets to Horford. It's to Mickey. Can't get it to go. And the Pistons now going the other way. Feeds it to Jackson. The dish now to Harris. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope. It's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
Thomas with the ball. He feeds it to Horford. To the inside. Beal. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Some changes for Boston. Mirotic comes in for Al Horford. And it's Brown in for Butler. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Drummond with a screen on Thomas. Here's Ennis. Here's Bullock. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Thomas's shot is off.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
And it's Drummond missing. Boston trailing. Thomas passes to Brown. Thomas goes in, and it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Gets one to fall, but only a second make in the first 7 attempts.
1:49 left here in the opening quarter. Bullock kicks to Ennis. He dishes it to Bullock. The shot no good. Now Boston takes it the other way. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning too.
But, guys, the pass, for me, even better. He absolutely put that on a platter for him.
Here's Drummond. Bullock dishes to Johnson. To the left wing. Just 5 on the clock. Drummond. Shot to stop the run. And he lays it up and in.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Now here's Thomas. He has 5. Double team on Thomas. Down low. And there's Beal. That's good on the assist by Thomas. Thomas got 4 assists now tonight. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Ennis with the ball. He's guarded by Thomas. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Morrow comes in for Bradley Beal. And Smart subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. Pistons trail by 6. Now here's Ennis. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Over to the left wing. From about 19 feet. That's good. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Celtics out in front. They lead by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons.
And we're back here at Game 5 with more action about to get underway. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Celtics.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Boston. Smart is out there with Anthony Morrow. Then there's Brown. Then there's Nikola Mirotic. And it's Mickey in at the center. That one goes. Count it. Pistons trail by 7 to the inside. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful 2-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Now here's Smart. The pass to Brown. Inside. Here's Mickey. Dishes it to Smart. Shot clock at 6. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. Now that we have a moment. Let's see who the best passing teams were in the regular season. Number 1, the Celtics.
You know, sometimes it's tough to give up the ball to a teammate, but the good teams do it. They don't settle for just a good shot. They're looking for the best shot. And these guys have been unselfish all season long.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
There's the feed to Lee. To the middle. Here's Harris. Mirotic grabs the miss.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
And it's Brown missing. Pistons trail by 7. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Smart. Bullock. The three-pointer, no good. Austin's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Smart passes to Mirotic. He kicks it to Morrow. Pass to Smart. Inside. It's stolen by Harris. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. Detroit shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Shooting for Detroit.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for Reggie Bullock. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Outside Jackson. On the wing, Johnson. He's covered by Brown. Lee outside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Jackson. Detroit, no good that time either. Celtics leading by 6. Smart kicks to Morrow. To the inside. Celtics passing it around. That's good by Mickey.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now Smart. And Mirotic kicks to Brown. Passes it to Morrow. And here is Mirotic. The shot is off. Some solid defense from Harris. Pistons trail by 6. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
For Boston, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Mirotic, a screen on Jackson. Now here's Smart. Defense is right there. Mirotic, some solid defense from Harris.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Butler from outside. The shot is off.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Jackson dishes to Harris. Uncovered. There's the bucket. Good. Harris has got 6. Celtics leading by 4. Thomas with the ball. 5 points in the game. Kicks it to Horford. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. And it's 8 points for Al Horford.
Really nice dime dropping there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
There's the pick. Jackson passes to Smooth. And he banks in the layup. Smooth's got 6 points in the quarter.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Now here's Gobert. 8 points for him. Horford no luck.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And he gets it to go. Now just a 2-point Celtic lead.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Here's Beal. He's got 6. To the middle. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Harris. Pass break Detroit. Here's Jackson. And he hits it to tie the game up. Jackson's got 13.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Now here's Thomas. Outside Butler. To the paint. And Gobert kicks to Horford. 6 on the shot clock. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
There's a good screen. Outside Jackson. Johnson sends the screen for Jackson. Shot's good by Lee. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now here's Butler. He has 5. Lee with the steal. Stolen by Thomas. Here we go, one-on-one. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
And the Pistons making a change here. Drummond's checked in. The drive by Jackson. Pass to Harris. Pistons passing it around. Clock at 6. And there's the pass to Smooth. Good work defensively by Horford. The Celtics with the lead. Beal dishes to Thomas. Butler up top. Back to Thomas. Baseline try. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Gobert with the block. Butler passes to Thomas. Lets it go with the 3. Again, Thomas missing. Pistons trail by 3. Outside Jackson. Back to Harris. No one near him. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Celtics have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. So the Celtics call timeout. They're first.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here in the Palace, let's give it up for your auto motion. And your Pistons dancer. Make some noise, Detroit.
Gobert with a screen on Johnson. And Gobert kicks to Horford. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Celtics ball.
And to make it into the postseason, you need a lot of versatility. Here's a look at the top rebounding shooting guards. points during the regular season. Jimmy Butler fourth.
Well, it's not easy to do what these players have done in that area, strictly because of positioning. I mean, typically a two-guard, you're not in tight when a shot goes up, so competing for rebounds is that much more difficult.
And that's why it takes that unique combination of agility and instincts to make your way onto that list. Those guys have a terrific balance of the physical and mental aspects of the game.
Pistons trail by 3. Ennis kicks to Johnson. On the wing, Johnson feeds it to Ennis. Kicks it out to Johnson. There's the dish to Ennis. 5 on the clock. Drummond sets the screen for Ennis. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he wouldn't.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Here is Thomas. After the made shot from Tyler Ennis, Horford has a wide open look. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got 6 assists now in the game. Now here's Ennis. He's covered by Beal. Dishes it to Drummond. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Gobert, the screen. Butler dishes to Thomas. He feeds it to Gobert. And Butler, here we go. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Ennis. Ennis has got 3 assists now in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pistons.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far. Talk about great numbers for Thomas. He's got 10 points, and his huge assist tally makes it all the more impressive.
You know what? He's the catalyst. He's the reason why this team plays with such harmony. And if his passing continues, they are going to be dangerous.
Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Johnson.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
No kidding. I mean, neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time, guys.
So close.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Now here's Ennis. Guarded by Horford. It's stolen by Gobert. And here comes Thomas leading the fast break. The 3-ball. Rebounded by the Pistons.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Here's Ennis. And a foul thrown on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. So far in the game, he's 0 of 2 at the line. Free throw drops for Ennis. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Now the feed to Butler. Back to Thomas. From the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists in the game.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Now here's Ennis. Drummond with a screen on Thomas. Ennis with the ball. Thomas is there. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot from 12. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
Now here's Thomas. 14 points for him. From past the arc. No up. Good work defensively by Johnson. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Beal from long range. No good on that last second attempt there. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Celtics lead by 4. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Bradley.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Halfway through this round one matchup of the NBA playoffs, Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith looking at Boston. Although they haven't been dominant in this series so far, tonight is clear. All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second half of our game. Kevin Harlan ready with the call.
And we're back to the action here in this round one matchup. Nice game. Great performance by Isaiah Thomas.
How about the magic touch he had on display there in that first half in terms of finding his teammates? Just a plethora of assists.
Plethora, you're going deep into that dictionary of yours, man. It's not a common occurrence with this guy, though. Typically, he's more of a finisher, but that's not been the case in this one.
We've got Johnson. Tobias Harris is out there with Smooth. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Drummond in at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Stan Van Gundy. And Jackson gets it to go.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now here's Butler. Got him with the pump fake. Savvy move right there. Butler's got 9.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Butler against Jackson. To the left side wing. Here's Drummond. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game. The first free throw is good. No good on the second free throw. Celtics leading by 3. Butler on the way. Fades and shoots. Butler missing again.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
And the basket by Johnson.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Pass to Horford. Inside, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Now a timeout called by Boston. One of the stories here, Reggie Jackson getting it done today.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
The Celtics making a switch here. Mickey's checked in. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Passes to Butler. Pass to Mickey. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And this is his second trip to the line in the game. First one falls for him. And so he makes both from the line. Detroit's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. On the wing, Jackson. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Back to Johnson. Drummond a screen. Just 4 to shoot. For the lead. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 6th rebound on the night.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
There's the pick. Smooth passes to Harris. Drummond. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And there on your screen are some of the top dual threats during the regular season. The point guards with the most success from three. And you look at Jackson. He's absolutely deadly from outside.
He is so exceptional from long range that it forces the defense out and really opens things up for him, which makes it easier for him to set up his teammates.
Well, he's a prime example of why being a top-notch three-point shooter comes in handy for a point guard. That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Now here's Jackson. He's got 17. And Drummond kicks to Johnson. Butler against Jackson. He dishes it to Drummond. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Here's Thomas. 14 points for him. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. He kicks it to Horford, to the middle. Here's Mickey, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger card right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's with them.
And, guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
And Boston has possession following the bucket by the Pistons. Outside Butler. From outside the arc. Can't hit. Some solid defense from Harris.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Here's Smooth. They shoot again. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
Jackson against Thomas. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque. A thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but they also never seem to get cold from mid-range. Just kept hitting those shots with consistency.
Detroit making a switch. Lee's checked in. Austin also with the sub. Mirotic is checked in for Al Horford.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Jackson drives in. Here's Smooth. That's tipped, but they recover it. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
And Clark, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Here's Drummond. And Boston with the rebound. Mickey's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Thomas with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Double team on Thomas. Pass to Mickey. Kicks to Butler. And Mirotic has it in the corner. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Smart's checked in for Boston.
Celtics substitution. Marcus Smart.
Jackson against Butler. It's Jackson with the drive. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Here's Lee following the bucket by the Celtics. And stolen by Butler. Now the pass to Mirotic. Feeds it to Beal. Mirotic up top. Now the dish to Smart. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And now a 4-point Celtic lead.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Now here's Jackson. He's got 20. And the basket by Harris.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Smart with the ball. Guarded by Jackson. Mirotic the screen. Up and in on the layup. And it's 8 points for Marcus Smart.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Jackson has the open look. Good on the triple.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he beat up?
Lee against Beal. Lee with the steal. Now Detroit moving it up. Jackson's got the ball. Smooth passes to Jackson. Now here's Drummond. D right on him. Shoots the 3. And another 3 for Detroit.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Yeah, you can see they've gave up a lot of points here in this run. And he just wants to break the momentum before this thing gets out of hand.
And, you know, that's a huge part of a coach's job, making sure you keep your guys in the best position possible at all times. So I like this timeout.
So both teams changing it up here. Mirotic sets the screen for Smart. Here's Mickey, and he jams it with authority.
And, guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And Mirotic kicks tomorrow. From outside, off the mark. Detroit's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Puts it up from 12. Here's Drummond. Takes it up with both hands and grips it down.
His way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
Now here's Jackson. 28 points for him. Covered by Mirotic. Johnson the screen. Jackson in the corner. Mickey grabs the board. Mickey's got 4 rebounds in this game. Dishes it to Smart. Pass to Mickey. And Morrow has it in the corner. Boston again missing.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag.
Drummond the screen. Jackson drives in. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now here's Brown. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one, and so they foul intentionally. There's 1:38 left in the third. It's Jackson with the drive. Banked in off the glass. And it's an 8-point Detroit lead.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Jackson's got 34 points.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
Down low, here's Drummond. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. 20 points for Andre Drummond. Celtics trail by 6. 36 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Plenty of space. No good off the back of the rim.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Johnson in the corner. Nice ball movement by Detroit. The feed now to Drummond. Lets it go from 14. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. Back to Brown. Here's Mirotic. No good trying to beat the buzzer. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. It's Detroit. They lead by 6. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills. And welcome back to the NBA playoffs as we get ready to continue with this round 1 matchup. Celtics trail by 6 on the floor for Boston. We've got Mirotic. Anthony Morrow out there with Smart. Then there's Gooden, and it's Brown in at the small forward. Now here's Gooden. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Pistons.
Boy, guys, I really like how they've driven the ball to the basket in this game. I mean, they've been very aggressive with it.
Yeah, but they also never seem to get cold from mid-range. Just kept hitting those shots with consistency.
Down low. Here's Smooth. Rebounded by the Celtics. Mirotic has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Brown kicks to Morrow. Fires from deep. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just are not letting up at all.
Harris misses from short range.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
And the basket by Morrow. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
And the basket by Harris.
And I like that they're not settling, hitting the ball on the interior. 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Now here's Brown. Mirotic dishes to Brown. And Gooden kicks to Smart. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Brown the pass to Smart. The 3. And Morrow hits again from deep. And the Celtics lead by 2.
This defense is giving their shooters free rein to operate from behind the arc.
And when you allow shooters to get in a rhythm, then you're going to have problems because they can hit it even when you start to defend it with intensity.
He used that pick to perfection. 37 points for Reggie Jackson.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Here's Morrow. He feeds it to Smart. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Johnson attacking. Shot no good. Some solid defense from Brown. That's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Now here's Brown. And Morrow has it in the corner. Pass to Mirotic. And good now. It's out the key. Shot clock at 5. Brown kicks to Smart. High post try. Kept alive by Boston. Passes it to Mirotic. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Tries again. And it's Brown getting it to go.
Wow, the fans are really getting their money's worth tonight. What an entertaining ball game.
Up to this point, Greg, it's been almost impossible to separate these teams. I think this one's going to be close all the way. Oh, a fantastic quarter for him here in the fourth. I mean, efficiency personified here.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Andre Drummond's checked in for the Pistons. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Horford.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
So it's Detroit now. It's a 1-point game. Here's Drummond. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. 22 points for Andre Drummond. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Butler dishes to Gobert. Thomas passes to Horford. Shot clock at 5. They get a hand on it. Beal can't get it to go. Detroit leading by 3. Jackson with it. Now Thomas defending. And there's the pass to Smooth. The three-pointer is right on target.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now here's Butler, and so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
Checking out the game Rudy Gobert is having. 12 points, and what a tear he's been rejecting shot after shot.
Clark, he has owned the paint.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
And Clark, those free throws need to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
Harris against Thomas. No luck. Some solid defense from Butler.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
And here's Jackson after Isaiah Thomas made that last three-pointer. Harris a screen on Butler. Jackson kicks to Harris. To the inside. Drummond. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 3 assists tonight.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
Shots good. And the Pistons lead by 6.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Kicks it to Beal. Misses off the left iron.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
And he commits the intentional foul. Jackson against Gobert. Here's Drummond. The shot is off. Now Boston takes it the other way. There's Beal with the 3. Some solid defense from Harris. The Pistons on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. They get a hand on it. Now Beal. Fires from 14. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Johnson. Jackson's got 39.
Boy, that mid-range jumper is a beautiful thing to have in your bag, and they've had it going today.
And some say it's a lost art, but they're getting excellent results with it tonight.
Pistons leading by 6. Down low. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Here's Thomas. Plenty of space. Bullseye. Thomas got 5 points now this quarter. Here's Johnson. Drummond sets the screen for Johnson. He dishes it to Drummond. And that's an intentional foul. Pass to Smooth. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Take a look at what Smooth's been doing. 13 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Anthony Morrow's checked in for Bradley Beal. Good on the second free throw.
And even with 1 miss, he's still able to stretch that to a 2-possession game. That is huge for them right now.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Andre Drummond picks one up, and he makes the first. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
That 1 miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a 1-possession game.
And it's Harris off the drive. No good. Good work defensively by Horford. Celtics trail by 4. Morrow dishes to Thomas. Butler from outside. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. And 12 points for Butler.
Those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Johnson, the pass to Jackson. To the middle. Out to Harris. Down low. Pistons passing it around. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Guys, this offense very effective.
Going right at them.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Here's Morrow. Good on the 3-point shot. Morrow's got 11 in the second half.
He's been hot here in the fourth, contributing big at the right time.
And he's, let's face it, hitting everything. A perfect 4 of 4 in the quarter.
Jackson gets the jumper from the corner to 4. Jackson's got it all tied up now for Detroit.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Now a timeout called by Boston. One of the stories here, Reggie Jackson getting it done today.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
Catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Brad Stevens was giving to his team. As this game approaches its finale, the outcome's still undecided. He's told them, we're not far, fellas. It's within reach. Seize the moment and walk away with a win. Guys?
Detroit's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Steps back and fires. And Horford pulls it down. Here's the Celtics with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Here's Morrow, guarded by Jackson. And here's Gobert. Morrow kicks to Gobert. 4 on the clock and stolen by Drummond. Thomas against Johnson. Feeds to Drummond. Takes the 13-footer. Rebound, Boston.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
The dish to Morrow. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. And the Celtics lead by 3.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Here's Jackson. A 3-ball. That's good. Jackson's got 44.
Wow, fantastic performance from the arc here in the second half.
Butler at the elbow. Morrow dishes to Horford. Inside. Morrow, the pass to Gobert. And he slams it one-handed.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
.144 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Harris a screen on Butler. It's Jackson with the drive. Gobert with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Got a piece of it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford.
Still Pistons ball.
.133 left here in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Jackson kicks to Johnson. Harris setting the pick for Johnson. Here's Drummond. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Drummond having a terrific game. He's got 12 rebounds and also 3 nice steals. He's doing all the things you can ask of a player in the low post.
Definitely. It's the blocks, the rebounds. You name it, he's done it.
Here's Boston now. They're on a 16-7 run. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. Gobert with a screen on Jackson. Thomas dishes to Gobert. Tries from 10. It's in!
Al Horford clearly has the touch right now.
There's 57 seconds left in the game. Harris a screen on Butler. Here's Jackson. It falls! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And he's really been dialed in here down the stretch. 5 of 7 from the field.
Now here's Thomas. Here's Morrow. Back to Thomas. 5 on the clock. To the wing right side. Puts it up. Horford no luck. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Johnson. And an intentional foul right there.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Let's do it. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And a tough break as his second attempt at the line. No good. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're down by 2. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And it all comes down to this. Still enough time on the clock that they should be able to get a real good look.
Yeah, and in this case, you debate often. You hear guys debate whether to take a 2 for the tie or a 3 to win. In my case, with this situation, I think you go hard inside and see if you can get a good shot in close.
Here's the screen to take the lead. Off target from downtown.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. I'm sure he appreciated it.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he ends up missing both free throws. And they do it. They'll move on to round 2. They had control the whole series, and they are just rolling now, winning round 1, 4 games to 1.
And they are going to be tough to beat, Kevin. A few days rest afforded by taking this one in 5. Round 2 should be exciting as well.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Al, Coach mentioned he wanted to be prepared to come into this building and do whatever was necessary to win. Do you feel like the team played with that level of intensity?
Yeah, no question. I like the energy from our team from the beginning. To be able to come in here and get a win like this, it feels good.
Tough place. Well done on the win. We appreciate it, Al. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. Well, that'll do it for now.